In terms of infrastructure focus, apart from the capex 11.1 lakh crore that she announced, there was announcement of 20 million new houses under PM Awas Yojana Grameen, and there was 3 corridors that she announced for railways. One is a freight corridor, which the energy, minerals, and cement. One is a port connectivity, and another is a high-speed traffic corridor. How do you look at these infrastructure?
You are right, because although she made these announcements separately, but I would see that the capex increase will actually result in these corridor projects, and even energy, minerals, cement, and Gati Shakti. This amount of 11.11 lakh crore will go into funding these schemes.
Oh. But do you think all this government push for spends in infrastructure would finally enable the environment for private sector capex to finally kick in?
I think having seen the government capex to go up from about 4 lakh crore 2 years ago to 11.5 or 11.1 lakh crore next year, and also already you have seen that the private sector capacity utilization levels are going up to almost around 72-73%. Now, I would imagine that the private sector guys will start coming in. And there's also a very interesting, information in this budget, which is about how the government is looking at its own production-linked incentive scheme. Yeah, yes. If you look at the PLI scheme, which is also encourages investment, if you remember, because with more the PLI, then the private investments comes in. Now, in the PLI incentive allocation for next year has seen very marginal increase. Almost around 10,000 crore is being provided for next year compared to around 7,400 crore in the current year. Yeah. So that, to my mind, shows that the government needs to spend more money under its own capex program, because the private sector incentives are not seeing a huge increase next year even. Okay. So therefore, on the investment side, from the private sector investment side, we have to see how these policies actually fare.
Okay. Okay.